Our only goal for today is to upgrade this little guy into an absolute beast. He is an enchanter, and he gets bonus elemental attacks whenever he enters a room. We have Mystic Wrappings. On combat start, gain a minor infusion effect that cycles through fire, cold, lightning, and poison. And then head in here. Mimic. So Enchanter wants charms, right? You gain double the stats from charms and weapon enchantments. Just hover over the character. That's convenient. Alright, Goblin King. Pretty easy. Famous last words, of course. I do think I get rewards for no damage taken. I believe it's built into the meta tree. And I took that, like, pretty early on. Because, like, early in the game, you're getting no hits pretty often. And if you look at your health bar, like, you have no health anyway, so you better start taking no damage as soon as you can. Alright, easy boss. Our reward. Couple charms. So again, like, this is what the game is all about. You have a character, you want to make it as busted as possible. So you want to build off of your strengths. We would get, I guess, double equipment load. Grants 4 seconds of invincibility after taking damage. But how would that double? Double the stats. There's no stats built into that. D5. That puts us at 25 out of 105. So that doesn't double. I think it has to be an actual stat. Alright, new area. It might be a second before we get something like super busted. But like as soon as you see the writing on the wall, like you know it. Like, usually in this game, it's not a surprise when you are doing, like, nutso damage. And we're doubling enchantments, right? Chilling, extra cold damage. This is a taser. The brick. We started off with no strength, though, so maybe you want something with int scaling instead. Alright. Doesn't look like anything right now, but I promise this is going to be better than short sword. 40 to 60. Okay, so the weapon itself shows it's doubled, I think. Interesting that the damage mod down here says 20 to 30. I'm gonna assume it works, because this dev is pretty good about that kind of stuff. Alright, I know it doesn't seem like it makes sense to go down to 1 HP. This could be big. A charm that increases mana regeneration. Mana grants stats to mana draining weapons. By default, each point of mana grants 20% more damage. Actually didn't know that. Okay, so this is a level up. The other more important part about this game is trying to level into something that works with everything you have. Each point of mana additionally grants 10% top-end damage. On draining an accumulated amount of 1 mana, trigger a volley of magical bolts. So it looks like the game really wants me to have a mana weapon. This sounds fun, and I like fun, but we gotta find a mana draining weapon. We'll grab the pup while we're here too. Okay, so these are reroll die. A lot of different kinds of rerolls. There's reroll the whole room's rewards. There's reroll what kind of room you're gonna go into. Taser's working. Accessory or offhand? We'll go for accessory first. Right now we have none. Feels like you dug away its trouble. The Mole King. See if our pup can get him out of that hole. Ouch! You twerp! Is that Fairly Odd Parents? Do you think Fairly Odd Parents first before Pokemon? I do. Alright. Boss defeated. Plus 10 resale value. Each point of dex additionally grants dash length. And then these are gloves. Cold damage on melee attacks. I don't know if there's melee magical items. We still want something that's mana draining. I don't think it matters what kind of weapon it is. But so long as it drains mana, we want to take it. Alright, let's heal. Magic weapon. Okay, this could be big. We have the Matrix Bible. Bible/magic is potent, so that should be doubled. During combat, periodically hack a nearby enemy, inflicting virus. Assuming 6,250 infliction damage. Is that a Matrix reference? Okay, we take that. Okay, so those were the missiles. So I don't think we want to increase our mana regeneration. I think we want to be able to blow through mana. They put fishing in the game? What other roguelikes have fishing? Oh, here's the strat. Just press both E and space at the same time. So there's Hades. There is Revita. Revita has fishing. I think Neon Abyss has fishing in it. Yeah, so we're getting treasure from the look of it to sell to NPCs. No, like, usable items. Let's get some more stats. The Bible's interesting because I feel like I'm missing. Perfect. All right, silver spoon. Algae. Okay, ranged weapon. I wonder if any old ranged weapon could have a mana requirement. Let's find out. I want to say there are guns that use mana. Flamerang does not use mana. We're gonna skip that. Okay, upgrade items, repair. Let's get +1 to our Matrix Bible. Well, now it's a +2. Like, Matrix Bible sounds good. I guess we'll really see the arrows on bosses. New magic weapon, new body armor. Right now, we're getting the infusion when we enter new areas. I guess we can hold on to the Bible a little bit longer. Oh, that was the virus. Oh my god. It got deleted. No pun intended. Alright. So how do you do more of that? Periodic. So periodic is another tag word. You can actually get level ups that reduce the time it takes for a periodic to activate. On flask, refresh tipsiness. So that's more potions. Grant more mana. Lucky hit chance with melee weapons. This, like, doesn't drain fast enough. Is that an issue? It's like, I want to use more bolts, and I don't know if that's a thing. Do I bother healing? Maybe not. I think we're fine. Ooh. Are those cockroaches? That was kind of a nasty room. Potions last for 10 rounds, I believe. It's not nothing. In fact, you can pick up a trait that actually makes potions permanent. I usually get that whenever I see it. Movement speed for 10 rooms and attack speed for 10 rooms. Magic weapon, it's locked. Oh, I have no bombs anyway. All right. So really the only thing we're thinking about is there a way to spam more mana faster? This is a 0.2, so it's actually not faster. 50% of the mana drained by this weapon is refunded. Yeah, so that's definitely not gonna help us at all. Wait, no, that's much faster. Do I want that? I can say it's certainly easier to land than Bible. Interesting. Wow, I am surprised I didn't get hit there. There are stars on the map that refresh your mana. I don't know, I kind of like it better than the Bible. Is that Mimic? It is. It almost seems like the Mimic has a specific icon. On kill, trigger your on take damage effects. Grant 100% increased effect of charm. We don't have anything to charm, at least not yet. I don't know, I personally think this is better than Bible. We just need to level this up and give it an enchant, since the enchant will be doubled. 0.5. Kugel Blitz Wand. Perhaps that's even better. I can carry both. Let's go here to get the level up. Now this right here, this is a tough choice. Personally, I think the Ice Bolt is more fun. Gain increased stats from your companions. Periodically mark the lowest health enemy with Rogue's Mark. Rogue's Mark guarantees a crit on them. So that's another periodic. I can't reroll, so I have to take these. Let's grab this. I do have some die. We can reroll rooms, and we can reroll stuff offered. You can reroll traits that you already own, which is very nice. Ooh, we can use an offhand. All right, we got Swamp Thing. Yeah, I guess this gets a ranged advantage. Nobody can know. It's kind of hard to talk during these segments. Oh, wow, you are just running me down. There we go. All right, close range, do the Kamehameha. Long range, do the Spirit Bomb. I like it. Ooh, I don't know what that was. This is offhand, revive. This is helmet, grant 10% increased lightning damage. Grant 2 more mana. Grants a suspicious eye orbital. On completing a rotation, inflict confusion on the nearest enemy. Interesting. That's more arrows, more magic missiles. I want to say there's a build here for sure. I think we just need a few more traits that actually do something. All right, and we need our health up. I just realized we have not really done very well on hearts. Yeah, we need stuff like this. Those are some really tanky rats. Oh, they're getting healed. Okay, let's swap. We're out of mana. Grant more mana when bombed? Really? Is that what we're doing? All it really is like more arrows before I go If you don't know what is, I assume you don't really play a lot of MMOs or League of Legends, which is probably a good thing. +3 int. Those are all... Oh, there is a healer. I was going to say it's all archers. Okay, so I can open this. There is a chance that inside it's another chest that has to be open, which is like awful. Oh, it's free XP. Let's use some dye here. That does scale... Oh, not my ice weapon. Random trait tones. I don't know if I've used one of these before. I'm curious. I want to see if there's something like good in here. Wow, those are really tanky when they're all healing themselves. When draining an accumulated amount of 0.5 mana, trigger unpredictable sparks. That looks like something I want. Okay, so we're gonna get rid of this. See, like, this is what the game's all about. Like, I am begging the game to give me stuff that I actually want. Yeah, and now we do sparks and magic missile on burning through mana. That seems legit. All right, so this goes. This. I don't think we're doing damage taken effects. I'm way too squishy for that. Charm goes. Flamarang goes. Even the Matrix Bible has to go at this point. Okay, a lot of money. Let's where are we upgrading? I do think I prefer this. All right, max level. All right, this is already looking better. It's like, can it possibly get any better? I do need a key. Rat gamers. Like, we're back in Tarkov. I think the wipe just happened, right? Plant item, glove item. We do need gloves. Pied Piper. Guess that's why we had all those rats. Does he just run you down? This is the perfect boss for us? All right. I expected to have to dodge. I'm sitting on a potion too, unused. Okay, 20% increased damage dealt while having mark reward, more hearts in exchange for our mana. 20% increased elemental damage. Gotta take it. All right, so I have too many charms, I guess. Equip load comes off. Oh, we had a magic find one. Interesting. All right, I'm trusting the game that the charms are being doubled. For all I know, like, the charm itself is only a 10%, and because of my trait, it automatically shows it's higher. That part I don't know, but I'm trusting the game right now. I don't think we care for strength index. I do care for int. Now, I still think that the ice beam's better. This is a +3 ice beam. You still have a little ways to go, I think. Just do it for the level up. If it was int, we'd be all set. Do I dare? God. We're not gonna do another trait. I think we're perfect on traits. Oh, that's it. The fish and chips, that's what we're here for. What a hit. Yeah, technically, with all of the on mana trigger stuff, like, we have range now. I don't really have to do the lightning at all. On each point of mana, additionally grant 10% more top-end damage to mana-draining weapons. That's the thing we saw earlier. I don't know how easy it is to tell that we're getting that top-end damage. Is that worth it? Maybe we go for the souls. I think we're seeing the top-end improvement. Yeah, we're hitting. New gloves gives us a Death Defiance. Yeah, if you can insta-kill a shark, I think you're in good shape. Alright, so this is strength stuff. The rare case that shows up. Drinks could give me an enchantment. She's not here. And I think it's a $25 enchantment too. Give me a beer. 10% increased damage. 20% increased damage over time. Attack speed. I think a beer is fine. Alright, I think if you go above your tipsy limit, then you end up taking damage or something like that. Or it might be that you have to drink depending on how much max HP you have. Like, if you drink past your max HP, you take damage. That sounds a little bit more familiar. Alright. I know we're capped out on charms, but maybe there's still a good charm that we can pick up. It's like a shotgun. Move speed would be nice. Alright, the build's kind of sick. I think crazier things can happen still, so keep on the lookout. Alright, that is boss health. Grants a mana star orbital, deals damage on completing a full rotation, recover mana. Is that anti-synergy? Hazmat suit, increased damage over time. No, damage tick time. Reduces damage over time. I'm gonna take this. I think there is a scenario where it could possibly be bad. Yeah. I mean, I'm still getting the arrows. Maybe I don't actually have to lose a star. The game's keeping track of how much mana I spend. So if I hit that number, it still fires the missile. But it doesn't really care if I literally lose a star or not. So that's actually really good for us. The actual orbital itself, if it hits something, great. If it doesn't, I don't care. Honestly, we could have even more mana spend if possible. We're never going anymore. If you don't know what I'm saying, is OOM out of mana. Dex does give us attack speed, so honestly, I don't mind Dex now. Weapon, I want to say we're okay. At least I don't want to spin a key on a possible improvement. Little unlucky hit there. Int strength does increase damage dealt. Don't need more keys, so I guess we're gonna go for it. Like, we want to prioritize int. You would think, like, oh, just go for any stat that you can, but remember, the game only has so many rooms. So every time you go into a room where you got something you didn't need is a potential that you could have gotten something better. I mean, now that I think about it, I guess attack speed, is that like a non-issue for this? Like, it does have an attack per second. It's at 7 right now. So I'm draining 0.2 times 7. So if we get attack per second up, we drain more, right? I want to drain more. That's what we're here for. During combat, periodically trigger your on bomb effects. On a tally of 5 primary attacks, your next primary is a crit. Anytime you trigger a damaging lightning effect, the effect is triggered an additional time after a 0.5 delay. When you trigger a damaging lightning effect, is that the same thing as my discharge? I sincerely hope it is. Yeah. There's double lightning bolts in there. That's sick. Accessory? Oh, wow, I don't have an accessory yet. Oh my god. All right. We gotta build. Is it busted? That's the new YouTube series. We go through a game, we figure out, is the build busted based on can I die and how fast does the enemy die? Adds your invincibility duration after taking damage to the duration of your status effects. So increase your status effects by an additional 2 seconds. Attacking with a channeling weapon grants a stack of power flow. Power flow grants 5 power per stack, which increases damage and size. Is this a scepter? This is a scepter. We would be getting rid of Death Defiance. Oh, I should have read the other pair of gloves. Yeah. It's this. Wait, that's incredible. I think I saw some attack speed up, or it might have been the repeated lightning bolts. Alright. I mean, we still can die in this game. Like, we just take damage too many times. It's bound to happen. Die would be good. Almost one-shotted the Reaper. I want to call it Death, but Death is a completely other enemy in this game. Eggshell breaks when damaged. Funny enough, I think you take this. This is giving us a heart, but technically, because it's empty, we aren't really using that heart at all. This could be an enchantment, and it is. Currently, we have Chilling as our enchantment, I think. It's not bad at all. Maybe we don't talk to her. You grant die, you grant potions. You can reroll everybody. The only thing I would be looking forward to is someone who can level up the scepter farther, but I don't know if I have someone who can. This might be a throw. Alright, so we added Deadly. 100% crit multiplier. I don't think we crit very often, 18%. But I mean, that's pretty big if it happens. This thing's already +3, can't upgrade it any further. Nice, I got hit. Didn't it say you lose it if you get hit? I think it just gave me armor. So this is additional armor. We'll be encumbered if we actually use it, but I don't want to get rid of my mana cloak. Each point of mana gives you 10% top end damage, so we don't want to drop mana. Okay, do we need boots? We have dash length boots, so I think this is the right choice. Cerberus? Cerberus could be hard. That was a 13k crit, I think. Just gonna chill. There we go. Like, I don't want to flood the screen with more projectiles. I need to see where this thing is gonna be. Alright. On dash, get combat prowess, which is giving you melee damage. Lucky and curse are equal to the greater of the two. And then this is a different offhand. So we do have a reroll. This was also an offhand, right? It's an accessory. But we don't have scaling luck, I think, or a curse. I like how it does an animation to do this. It's so nice. Oh, the sonic boots. Running shoes. On completing a combat encounter without taking damage, gain a stack of momentum, which increases move speed per stack. Grant +2 to lightning weapons, which we don't have. 50% increase repeat damage, and we don't do repeat attacks. I don't know. I feel like we could maybe do a little bit better here. Okay, 100% ruthless hit, 100% equip load capacity, luck up, and then body armor that we probably don't want. So we don't have an accessory just yet. Luck is super generic, so we'll grab that. Could have been something cool. Not that it's not cool, but it's not, like, game-breaking to get luck there. Okay, finally. So I could honestly add more mana. Is there a cap to our top-end damage? Oh, you can't look. I gotta do it. I gotta do it. We need the damage. 80% total currently. I don't see a cap. I really don't. Oh, that's the good stuff right there. Give me the int. I think this might be our last level up. Don't want weapons. Trait tome. What would I actually swap? There really isn't anything. Like, unless something really, really, really amazing is in here. But I can't imagine there is. A Hex Touch. Your cursed hits inflict Hex. 100% critical hit multiplier at close range. Like, yeah, those were like sort of interesting. I'll see if I can sell them. But we don't do either. Like, even though this is sort of a ranged setup, there are often times where stuff is right next to me. Like, right here. But the monster's gonna die regardless, right? So that really only matters for bosses. +1 armor when bombed. That's kind of sick. Honestly, everything to this point has been kind of sick. I don't know if this is how this character was meant to be played, but we are getting some next level gameplay out of this. Oh, that is perfect. That was XP. All right, this is the last one. And to be fair, I do have tomes, so I could swap out of this if necessary. Grants harmony while you have at least 3 kinds of elemental damage in the past 4 seconds. It's an attack speed buff. If we could find some way to do fire or poison, that could be incredible. If not, like by the time I get to a boss, if we don't have fire or poison, oh, I still level up one more time. The beautiful sight. What do we have for rerolls? Just reroll trait. I guess I could have rerolled the trait that I saw. Booties. We never got boots. Slime King. We're back in Terraria. I really didn't want to dodge that. But yeah, see, I have range. All I gotta do is hold down the button and the magic missiles do all the work. On dash, trigger lightning strikes to a random enemy. That's a heart. On completing a combat run without taking damage, gain concentration. Concentration gives you bonus infusion buffs. Oh no. On non-triggered lucky hits, trigger an elemental burst, dealing all 3 damages. Compared to power flow? I don't know which is better, because now we have the trait. If it doesn't work, we can get rid of it. What do we have to do? A lucky hit. Our lucky hit, so we have a 10% chance. 10% chance to get an automatic harmony, which is huge attack speed. Which honestly, like, more attack speed is more chances to activate that. So I have like a 10% chance to pop off. And if we don't, then the other thing, power flow, is like always active. All right. So we got a lucky hit just then. I want to say that's every clover, but I don't know if I saw fire damage go in. Okay, I saw fire just then. I wish I could see on my screen that I had harmony. Like, if harmony has a buff icon, it would be a lot easier to tell, but I don't know that it does. Okay, the resin could be fire damage, which would be good for the boss. Pine resin, I think that was ice. Yeah, ice damage. Oh, wow, that was... I thought it was a lot faster than that. We lost our helmet. Storm bottle does lightning. I don't know, I might swap off of harmony and go back to flow, because I'm not really seeing good ways to do reliable fire damage. All right, yeah, I think we do. Oh, there's also an area down here. Black market? This actually might be legit. Okay, so we're looking for reliable fire damage. Increased fire hit damage, that's body armor. We'll get rid of mana if we do that. These cost souls, and I have no souls. Charms, more luck, stamina recovery. There's literally nothing here for me. I'm so sad. I thought this was gonna be the hit. All right, I am so sad. So I actually lost the last 1 minute of the recording because I ran out of hard drive space. And I can't really show my stuff because I'm in the middle of the death fight, and opening up my inventory or my passives does not stop the game at all. But basically, a little bit of a rundown. We're back on Elemental Overload because I happened to get a trait where if you use fire, you buff lightning. If you use lightning, you buff cold. And if you use cold, you buff lightning as our final like trait that we picked up. So now I took off flow and now we're back on elemental. I think I saw a fire activate during the first phase of death. But to be honest, death lasted for 5 seconds. And you'll be able to see at least phase 2. I'm glad I looked over at my screen. On my second monitor. So we do want to do fire still. Oh, you're up here? I don't really have a lot of dodges. I was gonna say, I think I might sacrifice my life to get some damage in. Boss defeated. Oh, I think we have time here. Okay, so we've been sitting on Harmony for like the last 2 floors, and we were having trouble activating it, and we still are technically. But then I picked up Elemental Balance, so triggering lightning effects, boost fire, and then everything down the full gambit. So I had to go back to the Quaddle Gloves. I feel like it's a no-brainer at this point. I don't have a reliable source of fire still. But if I did, my god. Grant +1 mana. On draining mana, immediately refund some of the drained mana. Oh, I should have read the other stuff. I'm so bad at that. But I mean, it's the end of the game anyway. I'm not too worried about it. Something dark is holding you back. The material world is calling you. Let it drag you back. No. No matter how often you vanquish my corporeal form, I'm still strong enough to stop you. So that's GG. Honestly, it's such a good game because we start off as a little sword guy or gal just stabbing things, and like that's cool and all, but we end up going in a completely other direction of like tricolor elemental ice beam. I feel like you can't really do that in a lot of roguelike games. So 10 out of 10 for me. World Tree 2. We're still on World Tree 2. We have to beat death with 5 different classes. So currently we've won with Mystic, Bandit, and Cleric. So I need 2 more to get into the next difficulty. But yo, if you like Tiny Rogues, hopefully we'll get some more vids for you. Feel free to check out these ones on the screen. While you're here, subscribe, like the video, leave a comment. Feel free to backseat letting me know what could have been a better build or not. But hey, I think we did really well here. Either way, hope you enjoyed, and I'll catch you on the next one.